Hello, I am Yogjachuk and I am here so that I could speak a few words on the topic: is talking essential or not? Talk. Talk is a part of human development which helps us to think, learn, and make sense of the world. People use language as a tool for thinking, developing, reasoning, and knowledge. That's why talking is essential, but to a limited extent, so that it does not affect our character. Thank you so much.
In life, no one will remember how you looked, walked, talked, or what you did. Everyone just remember you by the way you made them feel when they were with you. Good morning. Today, I Pari of class 10th A is representing a small speech on APJ Abdul Kalam. I hope you all like it. Abul Pakir Janulabdin or Abdul Kalam, or primarily known as Missile Man of India, served India a faithful 5 years as 11th President of India. He was born to Janulabdin and Ashima on 15th October 1931 to not so a financially strong family. Coming from a poor family didn't break his willpower. He took up odd jobs in childhood to complete his educations. He was graduated from St. Joseph's College, Tiruchirappalli. He didn't stop with this. He later on went to Madras Institute of Technology to do aerospace engineering. After completing HIT, he worked as chief scientist at DRDO. Then shifted to ISRO, where he was the project director of India's first indigenous satellite launch vehicle from 1992 to 1999. Kalam was appointed to PM as Chief Scientific Advisor. This time, Kalam served as Chief Projector Coordinator after Pokhran 11, which he was fondly called Missile Man of India. Dr. Kalam succeeded K.R. Narayan to serve as 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. Thus, he was the first scientist and first bachelor to occupy the Rashtrapati Bhavan. In addition to all these profiles, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was always a step ahead in motivating the youth. He inspired everyone with his books: Mission India, Ignited India, Inspiring Thoughts, and Luminous Speak. He also launched his mission What Can I Give movement in 2011 for Indian youth, aiming to defeat corruption in India. With all these achievements, he was rewarded with Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, and Bharat Ratna from Government of India. He took his last breath on 27 July 2015, but his speeches, his word will keep on motivating us all our lives. Thank you.
Everyone. Myself Vaishnavithaku from grade 10th A. Today I am going to speak in favor of a book known as Demonologists, written by Gerald Brittle. So everyone would think that this topic is somewhat disturbing and negative for a speech or a debate. But let me ask you one question. How saving lives can be a disturbing or a negative topic? Isn't it strange? So I hope you would enjoy my wordings in the end. So let's start. This book, Demonologist, it's not all about the demons and the ghosts, but it's related to the two heaven persons known as Ed and Lorraine Warren today. Edward Warren Minor and Lorraine Rita Warren, born in 17 September 1926 and January 31, 1927 respectively, were the best paranormal experts in the world since 1960s. Lorraine Warren had a God-gifted sight of seeing and feeling the presence without experiencing it, and she could say that the demon was demonic or a spirit of some person. She could find it out by her side. This quality of seeing and feeling the presence without experiencing it made Ed Warren more easier to get rid of it. Ed Warren was a self-taught paranormal expert. He performed exorcism when he was approved by the church. Both of them felt love towards each other, and the couple married and had a daughter which is alive today and is known as Judy Warren. Most of the cases were solved by Ed and Lorraine Warren together. Many times they risked their own lives for saving people's life. Their trust towards each other made it possible for both of them for saving thousands of lives. Some of the most haunted cases were shown in the movie series like Conjuring. This movie series became very popular and gained fame. However, it's a human nature that what they see is real for them, and what they don't see, they don't believe in them. So this phrase of human life is worst phrase. This phrase of human's life criticized Ed and Lorraine Warren for their doings. People and news reporters and social media at that time who didn't experience those things criticized Ed and Lorraine Warren by the things done by them. Like they said, it was a bunch of crooks and they were known as crooks by the normal people. Their daughter was bullied by the children at school for the work done by her parents. In Conjuring 2, it was shown that in Amityville, a man from Ludd's family brutally murdered his whole family, but in court, he said that he was under someone's influence that made him to do so. So isn't it a curious topic to be known about it? But people at that time didn't believe them. They thought that he was just lying, and that's all. So couple didn't believe in these rumors and they went to check that whether the man was right or not. The side of Lorraine Warren showed her that the man was right, but people didn't believe them. After the investigations done by police, that exactly shown people that investigations done by Ed and Lorraine Warren was right. So how could not you believe in them? However, some people still didn't believe in them. But Ed and Lorraine Warren, they were like heaven persons. They didn't believe in these rumors and they helped people till their last breath. The couple had saved a collection of things to which the hauntings had happened in a room in their house, locked. They blessed that room weekly. While everything had its own haunting, the most marveling and the beacon for other spirits was the Annabelle doll. According to Lorraine Warren, the doll was locked in a special case even after she was locked in a room also. According to the couple, in the year 1970, the two roommates in a hostel claimed that the Raggedy Ann doll was possessed by a spirit of a young girl named Annabelle Higgins. The Warrens investigated the case and they took the doll. They told them that it was not the girl who possessed the doll. They said that it was being manipulated by an inhuman spirit. A inhuman spirit is a presence or a spirit of someone who never walked in this earth in human form. Yes, you heard it right. The collection of these things were done in their own house, and now it is a museum known as Warren's Occult Museum, which is situated in Monroe, Connecticut. The Annabelle doll is still in the case in the museum, and a placard is attached to the case saying that positively, do not touch. Ed Warren died on August 23, 2006, while Lorraine Warren died on April 18, 2019. The extraordinary career of this couple, which saved thousands of lives, is and will be forever remembered in our memories. Thank you so much, Ed and Lorraine Warren, and thank you so much for hearing my speech. Thank you.
darkness lightens as our eyes become accustomed to it. I, Sidra from class 10. Suffering is inevitable and silence is the medium we choose to direct our pain. The pain which is bound to create more ripples into sea of our emotions, which remains it is and then takes the form of a lie. Lucky are those who with the voice who at least have a choice to share that. Pain is universal, and one such trailblazer not only for Egyptian women but for women all around the world. Nawal el-Saadawi, the feminist writer inspired by her encounter with a fellow convict during the time of her imprisonment, came out with a powerful and most sincere Woman at Point Zero. Woman at Point Zero start with Nawal's first attempt when he was trying to interview a woman named Firdaus who was in a polluted prison cell waiting for her death sentence. The infamous psychiatrist Nawal puts how desperate she becomes to interview herself after hearing so much about herself from the authorities of prison. After several attempts by Firdaus, the prisoner testing the patience of writer, she finally gave in. Firdaus began to share how it all happened when she ended up as a prostitute. How coming from a poor peasant family, she had to work at an age where all her counterparts, especially boys, had the freedom to live the essence of it all. A greedy, abusive father, a distant mother were all set for Firdaus. But even then the child in her wanted to explore the world and make mistakes. She remembers how with her playmates she got sexually involved and got to experience a different kind of a pleasure. Even after moving with her uncle, she again subjected to same mistreatment and a patriarch elder she has seen in her father. Now given how much of a burden Firdaus has become for her uncle and his wife, she is married off to someone much older than her who was again proven to be a nightmare. He beats her at the thought of raising her voice against him, forcing her in due course to run away. Firdaus meeting an infamous prostitute changed her perception and lifestyle for a while. It was she who decided the value of herself. The word respect got better for her the way it usually does. Firdaus ends her story with an anecdote on how she finally took a pimp's life who was trying to establish the same tyrannical authority over her as a woman, a prostitute, a lover, and a runaway. The short tale of Firdaus possesses that the society keeps failing such Firdaus of our times in discovering their voices. I can't help but think that the men in Firdaus' lives were insecure of losing their power and control over women. Circumstances where the prisoner showed her concern, she was shown her place either by men or the tools invented by them. As even after running away her whole life, she ended up in men like who sexually abused their power over her, masquerading as a helping hand. Respect is a very dangerous term for a woman that has only helped the patriarch continue its dominance. And it took Firdaus a dreaming job, vulnerability, and forced labor were a team to seek no end. I came to realize that a woman employee is more afraid to lose her job than a prostitute losing her life. Firdaus. After all of this, what we came to the conclusion is that self-awareness for a lady, for a woman, for a girl, not just the sex, but every person needs to be self-aware. I've heard from so many middle-aged women what they wanted to pursue in future or what they wanted to become in future, but they were not even sure if they get to live their future. Self-awareness is an understanding of our deep-rooted beliefs about our spirituality, about our weakness, emotions, our fears, our strength, our likes and dislikes, and our core values. To find these beliefs, we have to be completely honest with ourselves. Completely honest. Now, when we are talking about self-awareness, what are the ways to promote self-awareness? What are the ways to develop self-awareness in ourselves? There can be many ways, but some of the chosen are we need to pay attention to our thoughts. This is the main because it is connected to all the linked steps we are going to know about. Watch our reactions. Read. The more you read, the more you learn. Learn to be still and keep a journal with yourself.